Welcome to Sign with JP. I am your host, teacher JP, and welcome to my classroom. We're here to learn some sign language, and today we're going to be discussing days. Now, this is actually part 2 of time signs, where I taught morning, noon, afternoon, night, day, week, month. I strongly encourage you to watch that one first because these signs here are related to those signs. All right, and I'm going to do a really fast review of those signs in here because you need to know them to move on. Well, if you're ready, let's do it. First of all, I am here to teach you, so please sign along with me. Pause as needed so you can keep on practicing and actually get these signs in your brain so they can come out onto your hands. First, we're going to start with day. Day, we're going to put a hand here. This is our horizon, as you remember from morning. And we're going to put our number 1 up on top, palm towards me, and we're going to drop it down. Day. Okay? Boom. Day. That means 1 day. The unique thing about day, hour, minute, week, month, and even year is what we have number incorporation in there. That means from 1 through 9 can be signed in the sign. So for example, this means 1 day. And if I want to sign 2 days, I just hold 2 fingers and I close it. So this movement down is the sign for day. If I want to do a 3 on top, that is 3 days. Now, if you're like, that's a weird 3, you got to learn your numbers because this is the number 6. And if I do it this way, that's 6 days as opposed to 3 days. Then we have week. Hold on. All right. Cut, start here. Okay, start here. Those other signs we're not supposed to be there. Welcome to Sign with JP. I am your host, teacher JP. Welcome to my classroom. Today we're learning some ASL with the days of the week. We're going to actually do Sunday last, and you'll see why in a second. But let's start with Monday. These are actually very simple if you know your letters. Do you? Monday starts with an M. So we're going to take our M, but here's the unique thing about Monday is we're going to turn it around. And with Monday, because this is hard to see, I'm going to stick my fingers up. Okay, and you see how I kind of have a bend right here? 3 fingers up, 3 fingers together. This is very important. And we circle them around. Monday. If I keep them down, this is hard to see, and it looks like an S, which would be my Saturday. You catching the pattern? So on Monday, 3 fingers up, very easily distinguishable. Saturday, Monday, right? This way, Saturday, Monday, hard to see. Fingers up. How about Tuesday? Same pattern. We're going to take a T. Here's my T. I have it turned around. Now T, I can see the thumb in there. So I don't need to stick the finger up. In fact, I don't stick the finger up. That's weird. I just see the T and I circle it around for Tuesday. Okay? That's very important. I'm teaching you to do the sign. You don't start it and flip it. That's not part of the sign. The sign just comes here. The sign comes here. Okay, so knowing that pattern, how do you sign Wednesday? Yep, you're going to take a W, palm towards you, fingers up, and spread because it's a W, and move them in a circle. Right? Monday, fingers together. Wednesday, fingers spread apart. All right, and I can already hear you saying, well, Thursday starts with a T and so does Tuesday. I know. So what we're going to take, how it's normally written or shortened, between the difference between Tuesday and Thursday is that Thursday is a TH. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a T, regular, palm towards you, and we're going to turn it to an H, which is palm towards me, and I circle the H. Okay, so we're going to do TH. Right? So show me Tuesday and show me Thursday. See the difference? As long as we have the wiggly H, it's pretty easy to figure out what that is. Now about Friday. Now at this point, you got to get Friday. If you know your letters, you got it, right? And there it is. We have an F, palm towards us, wiggle in a circle. All right, so as we review, as we go, we're going to review. So let's do it. Starting from Monday, show me Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. Saturday. Ooh, you are doing good. All right, the reason I did those all follow the same pattern. Sunday is the oddball, and it has some variations. Okay, so the first way to sign Sunday is we do palms up and like this. Like I'm high-fiving you and low-fiving you, or 10, right? That's how we do it. Boom. The second way is some people do a circle. And the thing is, some people do circles out and some people do circles in. It doesn't matter. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. These are all variations and they're all used. And typically, it's very easy to see that. If I'm like, hey, when are you doing this? And you're doing this, I know what you're saying. If you do this, I know what you're saying. If you do this, I know what you're saying. So pick one and use whatever you like. I tend to do this one here. And that's because the people I hang out with and the people I learned with and the deaf people that I sign with tend to sign this. So I use their sign. But here is how it works in the deaf community. If I go into a new deaf community or I'm signing with a new person and they all sign this for Sunday, then I'm going to copy them. I'm going to adopt their sign when I'm with them. And that is just a way of how we adapt to our signing environment, as we call it. It's a little fancy way to say, like, I want to use what they use. Okay, if I'm because I am a foreigner, as a hearing person, I'm a foreigner to the deaf community. I'm not trying to exert my dominance. I don't know how else to say it, but I want to be respectful. They say, this is the sign for Sunday. Oh, okay, great. Let's use that. Okay. If I'm learning to speak any other language, and Spanish is a good one because Spanish has different variations depending on what countries you go to. Well, if I speak Mexican Spanish, but then I travel down to Peru, and they start using Peruvian Spanish, I start adopting their dialect, their accents, and I want to speak like them so they understand me. Same thing with ASL. Sunday. All that long explanation for Sunday. Let's keep going. All right, so we got today, yesterday, and tomorrow. These are used all the time. Today, we're going to do Y hand shapes, palm up, and we're going to tap them. Okay? Today. This also means now. Now tends to be one big movement and a little bit closer to my body. Now. Versus today. Subtle differences, and you get it. Today also bounces, whereas now it tends to be one big movement. Right? If I'm like, go now, or if I'm going today. Okay? And here is something to remember with ASL. ASL is a visual spatial language, so we use the space around us. So when I have something close to my body, that is the present. That's why now is close to my body. Today, when I sign, hey, I'm doing that today, it actually means a little bit in the future, right? Because if it's 8 o'clock and I'm like, oh yeah, today I'm going to do this thing, I'm saying I'm going to do it in the future. But it is today, so it's like semi-present. Weird concept. So that's why we're here. And signs that move forward are in the future. Okay, they move this way. And signs that move this way are in the past because the past is behind us. Okay, so if you can remember that concept, you'll get these. Any sign that moves forward is going to be towards the future, and any sign that moving backwards is in the past. Let's start with tomorrow. Take a kind of thumbs up hand. All right, we're going to put it on your cheek, your jawbone, and you're going to flick it forward. And forward means it's going which way? Past or future or past? You got it. Future, which means it's tomorrow because it's moving forward. Today just stays right here. It's not going this way, right? It's today. It's the present, although it is slightly future. Tomorrow moves forward. Yesterday, we're going to take the same hand shape and we're going to touch the lower part of our jaw and move it back towards our ear. Yesterday. Okay? If you happen to see this with a Y, that's an initialized sign, an Englishized sign, and it's not ASL. ASL uses this hand shape right here. Yesterday. Okay, so show me today, tomorrow, yesterday. I would encourage you pause right now and do those a few times so you get it. Common signs used all the time and easily confused. But if you do it, you'll know it and you'll get it. Then we have every day. Every day essentially is the sign tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. So we're going to, instead of throwing it big like this, we're just going to brush the fingers along our cheek, our jaw, 2-3 times. And you're saying every day. I do that every day. So it goes tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. You see it? Tomorrow is one big movement and every day is a smaller repeated movement. Okay, so imagine that this is today. How do you sign today? That's right, like this, today, right? Do you remember the sign for week? Remember, we're going to have that calendar on our non-dominant hand. We have the 1, and remember, it goes all the way across. So it goes all the way across. All right, so there's our week. Week, okay? When something is in the future, it moves forward. So I'm going to sign, if this is today, this is next week. I'm going to sign my week, and I'm going to move it forward. So it's here, and I move it forward. Week. I don't know. I hope you guys can see how that movement is on the video. All right. If I do it this way, week. Move it forward. Yes, variation comes under and goes over. Right now, the formal and very easily recognized sign, it goes the week in front of us. Okay, so knowing that, can you do last week? That's right. You're just going to take the week and throw it behind you. You take your week and you throw it behind you. Now, we don't go back here. We don't sign actually behind us, but we go here. Okay, so I'm going to come here. Here. Okay, so the week ago, the week in the past, week in front of us, week behind us. There you go. And remember what I was saying about number incorporation. If I'm saying 2 weeks from now, I just put a 2 on there. 2 weeks ago, and you take your 2 and you throw it behind you. I hope you're getting it. Let's do some quick reviews. Show me the days. This time we are going to start with Sunday. Okay, show me Monday. Did you get those? Show me today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Yeah, those I'm telling you, I've seen it over and over again, and those get confusing. You got to remember future, past, and then you'll get this stuff because it's pretty easy if you get that concept. What about every day or tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow? There it is. Show me last week and next week. Woo, you are on fire. Oh yeah, you got it. If you need to, this is the part, pause here and review those a few times. If you got it, great job, congratulations. Reminder, as always, I got a full course, link in my bio if you want to dive in, learn more through the conversations that I've created on there. And if you just want to keep learning on these free lessons on YouTube, I'm so happy you're here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell so that you know when I post a new video. And I'll see you on the next lesson.